Oh, thank God, Vaughn. I had the worst dream. I was playing a shitty PC port.
Must have been some dream. You're talking to a hammer right now.
Wait, what? Yeah, well, this makes as much sense as the evil within.
Let's rock.
You know, I had high hopes for The Evil Within when it was announced. In fact, I went out of my way to follow news regarding it. It looked like something truly unique, something that would contribute fresh ideas to a survival horror genre that had gone stale as of late. Not only did we get another paint-by-numbers style horror game, but PC gamers got the added frustration of a capped frame rate, a funky aspect ratio that induced motion sickness, and abysmal optimization. To properly enjoy The Evil Within on PC, you'd better be prepared to put up with the effort of tweaking and modding before you even think about launching this train wreck. Even then, you're still faced with the constant performance issues, including frame rate drops, stuttering, and the odd graphical anomalies, such as texture pop-in and artifacting. Let me take a minute to remind you guys what the title of this series is. R9 290X Gaming. Meaning that I'm using a goddamn $500 graphics card only to watch this game constantly plunge into sub 30 frames per second. If I wanted to play a less fun version of Arkham Knight, I'd consider taking a cheese grater to the bottom of my feet first. This is yet another example of a developer releasing a broken, half-assed game into the wild and saying, meh, whatever, the gamers will find a way to make it work. But guess what, Tango Gameworks? Being your fucking quality assurance testers is not our jobs. In that case, you should start paying us to play this mess. In fact, I'll take my check right now if you're so inclined. But is the game itself half decent? In my opinion, it's a middle-of-the-road experience, neither good nor terrible. It's something you'll likely play once and forget all about soon after. It brings nothing new or exciting to the horror genre. It feels like sort of a Resident Evil 4 clone with a new coat of paint, more gore, and the main protagonist is your typical cliched disgruntled detective that we've seen a quintillion other times. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record lately, but there's no godforsaken excuse for this. Changes in how the PC community are looked upon need to be made. I'm getting awfully sick of throwing good money at bad executions. I'm choosing to abandon hype. Instead, I'll be watching titles that pique my interest and waiting for a verdict from reputable reviewers before throwing my money away on garbage like this again. Guys! Ubisoft did it good! Well, kind of. I was browsing Steam and stumbled across Zombi, which I'm sure most of you know better as Zombie U, which was a launch title for the Wii U. I was shocked since I hadn't heard anything about this game being ported to the PC platform, but even more so to see a Nintendo title on PC. Okay, so it's not exactly a first-party Nintendo franchise, but at the same time, try to recall a recent game title that started out on Nintendo that was ported to any other platform. If you're struggling to do so, then that's the expected reaction. Out of sheer curiosity, I had to pick this one up, and honestly, I'm surprised at how much fun it is. It borrows a great deal from other zombie survival games like DayZ and H1Z1, but unlike those titles, Zombi actually has a story, objectives, and a narrative. Not great ones, but serviceable to say the least. The gameplay is very fun and addicting, I must admit, but let's get back to the topic of the series. How does it run? Honestly, it runs unbelievably well. In the past few days that I've been playing Zombi, it rarely drops below 60 frames per second, and oftentimes runs well above 100. But let's face facts, Zombi started out on the Wii U, which isn't known for its robust hardware. Now, no offense Nintendo fans, but let's face it, we're comparing my $3,000 PC build to a $300 console here. I'm assuming that it wouldn't take a top-end machine to run this game well either. You could probably just as easily run this game on a decent mid-range machine comfortably with little to no issue. However, one massive flaw of Zombi that I've encountered is the complete and utter lack of any and all graphics options. Do you like being able to adjust your game resolution and toggle VSync on and off? Good! Because that's all you're getting. This is as bare bones as it gets when it comes to adjusting visuals, which kind of makes Zombi feel like a copy and paste job, except for the fact that it feels like there was actual effort put into it when it comes to optimization, since it runs so smoothly with a complete absence of stuttering and frame drops. For once, I actually have to give Ubisoft an encouraging pat on the head and say, "Good boy, who's a good boy?" Since they actually somewhat tried for once, instead of shitting out another Assassin's Creed Unity and making me stick their noses in it.
What have we here? No subjects to tinker with. I hope you like pain.
Pay close attention, ladies and gentlemen. What you're witnessing on your screen right now is sequels done perfectly, and this game is still only in early access. Killing Floor 2 is more of what you loved from the original game, with every single aspect vastly improved upon. The graphics have seen a massive leap from the original since going from Unreal Engine 2 to 3. The combat is still the intense shoot 'em up with new damage models. This time around, you can physically see damage that each bullet inflicts on your target, making enemies feel much less like bullet sponges and more like living, things that are actually moving and or wanting to murder you. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay, but how does it perform? If you're rocking a decent rig, then you'll be playing this at 60 frames per second without breaking a sweat. Killing Floor 2 is wonderfully optimized, which shouldn't come as any shock since, well, it's pretty hard to screw up on the Unreal Engine. I'm looking at you, Arkham Knight. If you enjoyed the original Killing Floor, you owe it to yourself to experience Killing Floor 2. It's a stupid, mindless amount of fun making dead things, deaderer. Yeah, I'm going with that. Basically, what I'm saying is that even in early access, this game already kicks ass. I can't wait to see what new weapons, maps, characters, and monsters are going to be added in the near future. Tripwire, you're doing sequels right. Looking at you again, Arkham Knight.